intro.
Hi is right. We're going to say hi to all the people soon.
People love this intro, by the way.
Welcome to Uprising. You are watching a live presentation of the Star Wars Armada Tournament action here on Ion Radio. This tournament is sponsored by Armada Chicago, Admiral Tater's Ship Shop, Ion Radio, and Games Plus. And now your host, Ken Krajniak.
Smile.
Ready? Ion Radio is on the air from the Maywood Public Library in Chicago. We're bringing you the Star Wars Armada Uprising Tournament presented by Armada Chicago. Hello, everyone, along with former Gen Con winner from 2022, John Thomson, and we've got little Johnny here as well. Say hello, Johnny.
Say hi. I don't know if you guys can hear that. He's pretty quiet, and this isn't on. So
yeah,
it's you.
Yeah. So we decided we would surprise you guys and bring John on for a little bit because you know what? You guys haven't seen him for a little while.
Yeah, so I figured I would just stop by. Life has been crazy busy for me. Those of you that have followed, I got a new job in January and busy with that. I've been working like 50, 60-hour weeks most of the summer. And then we also decided to move to be closer to family. So we went through a move and then I had to replace a lot of things. So basically I've been training my little apprentice and then also doing housework. So by the time we were done moving in, because we had to break down the whole studio from my old place, move it to Ken's. It made no sense to bring it from Ken's back to my place to set it up to then take it down to then bring it here. So we decided to just hold off on doing any more filming until after this event's over. So after this, we can start getting the studio all back together again.
Yeah, so we're actually really excited to see what we have coming up in the not too distant future with what we film. Clearly we have a half a season of Armada that we have to finish filming up for you guys, and we're looking forward to doing that. But hey, right now we're having a little bit of fun. The round is not yet started, but we have been enjoying ourselves, and now we've got some extra company here today.
Yeah. And he of course now is getting restless. Johnny, what's on your shirt? Star. Yeah, he has a Star Wars shirt on. Put it. My wife selected this just for today so he could come dressed for the occasion. And you got a headset on. Yeah.
You do have a headset on. See, what we're doing, folks, is we are training little Johnny here so that we can have the next generation of Ion Radio ready to go. So hopefully you guys appreciate the longevity we're intending on putting out here, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's excited to be back. I haven't been able to do anything for quite a while. So
you've been busy, so no backseat admirals or anything else. So
yeah. So I think we have some prizes you said you wanted to show off?
We do have some prizes. So what we're going to do is some exclusive sneak peeks at what we have. So Adrian and I teased this a little bit. First of all, this is the Armada Uprising. This is an Admiral Tater made what do you call it? Tray lid for your rulers, and this is a one-off, kind of like his Adepticon one. Nice shiny. This is your glossy pearl black that comes in, so that's pretty awesome with the new updated Armada Chicago logo. In addition to that, we have a couple fun prizes. So tomorrow we have Who's the Boss, which is a tournament where you build your fleet and then you get your admirals. And here is, we're going to see if you can see that, the first place prize. We've got a golden Bosk. And the winner gets to take this home. That'll be kind of fun. I almost wish I was playing in it, John.
Yeah. Do you know who that is? Roar. Yeah, he makes a roar sound, that's for sure.
Let us know, by the way, that we are actually, you're getting sound if you're listening in. Hopefully you are. We'll know. Actually, I could probably check that myself in a different way. But let's show you now, because the other thing is monster trucks. And what better way to have a trophy for a monster truck than
Wow, I
a
know, right?
victory on a monster truck chassis? Because really, I mean, this is pretty cool. I'm going to get that nice and close to the camera. This is completely custom made here by Adrian Valerie. This just looks cool. Again, I wish I was in monster truck here, because I mean, I would like to take this home. In fact, actually, I'm not giving it back to Adrian. I'm taking it home. I'm getting some dirty looks from Adrian right now.
Yeah, it looks like a truck.
It's a little truck.
You were right.
But all painted gold. So sneak peeks. The folks playing here have not seen these yet. So you guys, exclusive to everyone at home. And then we're going to hide these so that all the players don't see what we have.
It looks like we're getting some action on the
We
table,
are.
so let's jump over to that.
Yeah, we're going to do that in just a second. Let me put that down here. And over here to the tabletop, we have two players with, well, of course, we have two players.
I think.
Yep, we've got Austin and Pat. Pat is first player. Austin is second player. We have Pat is playing a Rebel fleet. He is going to be at the planet side. Thank you, Adrian. And I just turned all this around so that it looked the way that we were looking at it, and I had to
Then you got
take a quick
confused?
look. Yeah, you know, that's. Are you really surprised? It is me.
Yeah.
And then Austin is up on top. So anyways, let's go through their fleets. We do not have them up on Ryan Kingston, so we're going to go through them individually. John, you want to go through one of the fleets?
Sure, let's do it. Okay, we have Patrick's fleet. It's coming in at 399 points. Looks like it's a Agate fleet. Agate is sitting on a Providence carrier with Whalix, Lando, veteran gunners, expanded hangar bay, flight controllers, boosted comms, flight coordination team, and engine techs. Pretty good. Yeah, there's some twos on this page. Good job. Pelta command ship is going to be at second with Ray Antilles, fighter coordination teams, and all fighters follow me with boosted comms. The last two ships are both GR-75 transports. One has Ahsoka Tano, Bomber Command Center, and boosted comms. The other one has Torn Far, parts resupply, and also boosted comms. I bet we're going to see some B-Wings in this. So our fighters are 2 X-Wings to provide some escort, and then 5 B-Wing squadrons. So with this list, he can accelerate those pretty fast across the table. So it's going to be exciting to see that happen.
So that's Patrick's Rebel fleet. Let's move on to Austin's Imperial fleet. This particular fleet is known as Thrawn's Personal Pizza. So clearly get out your ovens, and your pizza ovens rather, and let's get some stuff down here with some pepperoni and whatnot. Grand Admiral Thrawn is on a Raider 1 with Darth Vader and the Corvus title. He has 4 Architon's light cruisers, all equipped the same. They have skilled first officer, advanced projectors, and XI-7 turbo lasers. 4 squadrons. Black Squadron leads up the charge along with a TIE Fighter Squadron, a TIE Interceptor Squadron, and a TIE Defender Squadron. So kind of a small squadron ball, only 4 squadrons in there, and an interesting combination. They're all generics.
Yes, it's also just a splattering of all the different ones.
Yeah, so a little bit of everything.
Yeah. Just to hold off people and be for deployment activations.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, you've got, especially with those Architons, and, you know, you're, again, advanced projectors and Architons are going to live a little bit longer. The XI-7s will help burrow through your opponent.
Yeah. Yeah, so if we look at the setup with the Rebel on the bottom of our screen by the planet and the Imperial attacking the planet on the top, I have a feeling those Architons are just going to pan out. I'm going with the pizza theme here.
Pizza theme.
They're going to pan out and do it.
And they've been removed from the table. What? All the planetary ion tokens, they did not. So we're playing planetary ion cannon is the objective. That was going to be the next question, folks. So round 3 is planetary ion.
So yeah, with how crucial it is for those tokens to be placed, I understand why they're redeploying.
Yeah,
because that would completely change everything, even just slightly where a ship is deployed. So those are things that must take place, so we are just reverting back to make sure that it takes place.
And what I'm going to do now is I am going to pull up planetary ion cannon so that we can kind of talk about it. And then I'm going to hopefully move this into a spot where we're not we're not blocking a view. Anyways, so there it is up on the screen, and let me pull it on over here.
So that's going to be deploying of 3 tokens, and I believe at this basically at the start of the round, you can select one of those tokens, remove the token, and make a ship attack against a ship. It is blue, treat it as having no allies, and the crit effect allows you to choose and exhaust one of its defense tokens. So sometimes just that 4 dice before anything takes place can be very critical to setting up a good attack run on a ship.
So there we go, planetary ion cannon. And now we're getting our ships back out on the table. And actually, let me see if I can highlight where we have these here. So we have, there's a first planetary ion token on the left-hand side. Got a second one there in the middle. And this final one is over here on the right-hand side, kind of in front of that rebel deployment. And again, here we go with loading up and placing our ships. The Raider 1 Corvus is already down. Comes one of those Architans, Providence on the opposite side, along with the scattering of squadrons.
I have a feeling that we're going to see pretty much the same deployment, but just a little bit off-center now, so that there's less of those tokens that are in play.
And it'll be an easy move right through the object-less portion of this map. So again, we're going to play on a 3x3.
Of course. As Armada was meant to be played on.
Yeah. The 6x3, occasionally use those extra spaces. Really what you want to do, folks, you want to get a 4x3 mat and then get a bunch of 1x1 tiles that you could just put down and you have a floating map. I mean, that's how Armada should be played, John.
It's funny.
Hello, Bodie. Thank you for joining us in chat. Along with everyone else around the world that's been paying attention to us. We've had people from all around the world, Brazil, parts of France. Mars from Australia has called in. A couple folks from down in Arkansas. I don't know if anyone from Canada has called in. So if you are in from Canada and you are in chat, say hello to us, because we would love to say hi to you guys just to the north of us.
Yeah.
So, still waiting. We're going to jump back here to presenter camp so we can see little Johnny, who always gets excited that he is on TV.
Is that you? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to pass back off to Adrian. I'm just here saying hi because I'm taking care of Johnny today. That's why I'm not participating, really, because this is my little apprentice, and got to take good care of him. He's been pretty good, though. So.
Actually, he has been, and he's loving the headphones. So you know what, guys? Like I said, 2 or 3 more years, by Adepticon 2030, I think he can be a good stand-in for one of us.
Yeah.
Expand the crew a little bit.
Yep.
So, Johnny, thank you for coming by.
Do you want to say bye-bye? Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thanks, guys. Okay, I'm going to go grab Adrian and let you guys get back to the game. I might stop by before I head out today. So it was good seeing and talking to all of you.
All right, guys, here we go. Moving back into what we have here for deployment. We're going to let Adrian kind of jump in. And then we got folks here in Washington. That is close to Canada, so I guess that counts. You do need to have that 6x3 for the deployment. Yeah, it is all about what 3x3 you want to sit there and run in. So Adrian's going to be coming back here to us in just a second. But we're just going to continue to get everything moved on here. Adrian, welcome back.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing great. We had a great surprise guest here.
I know, right? That is awesome. The handsome little man.
He is a cute little guy, isn't he?
I know. All right, so I was out tableside looking at this fleet, and it's really interesting. I've heard a lot of people talking about the horror story that is this MSU fleet from the Empire. All of these Architens set up with XI7s and advanced projectors, and the Raider obviously with Thrawn on it. With Vader, all those skilled first officers means rerolls because Choke Daddy Vader is going to come in and use those skilled officers for rerolls. Fickle red dice, we got a solution. And it's violence.
You know what? That is a normal thing here.
Yep.
For these Imperial fleets.
Yep. And then, of course, you've got Patrick, who's close planet side, who's got that Rebel Providence, which is we saw last round, super flexible with all the fighters, with B-Wings, X-Wing Squadron. He's got a couple GR-75s with the typical players, Torn Far and Ahsoka on the different ones with Bomber Command Center, and a Pelta with the Fighter Coordination Team, the All Fighters Follow Me, Ray Antilles. So lots of squad action going to be happening on that fleet. It's going to be really interesting to see how this matches up, if those squads can catch those Architens and how those Architens are flown. Death of 1,000 Cuts, that Providence is tanky, but we'll see. We'll see how many red dice actually do work.
I'm very curious myself to kind of see how this one's going to turn out, because I think these are... When you look at the Architens fleet, I mean, it's really designed to get all your ships to hit on the same shield arc from 4 different directions. And that requires some skilled piloting. Not that we don't have skilled pilots. I mean, clearly you're in a tournament. You're going to be doing well. You've been practicing your fleet.
Yep.
But you have that. It's a matter of actually getting them in where you want them to be.
See, the thing that's a little bit interesting here is the Corvus title on that a little bit with Thrawn on it. However, you've got Darth Vader on that Raider as well. So you want to be close enough to be able to choke out those skilled first officers. So it's a little counterintuitive for me, but maybe those cards are just on there so he's got flexibility. Not sure. So we'll see how that plays out. It looks like that Providence here, it looks like they must be underway for round 1. I'm guessing.
Yeah, I do believe they are in round 1.
And it's planetary ion cannon. They originally had to deploy again because they had forgotten to put the tokens out.
Right.
Thankfully, they hadn't started a round yet, so they were able to get those tokens out. Now Providence is going to turn in. It's going to be real interesting to see what those Architens do. If he turns too harshly away from the group, those Architens could just make a hard turn and broadside them all the way down.
So I am right now, folks, just putting in these fleets into Ryan Kingston so we could bring those up on the side for you guys to view as we move into these later turns. So give me a second. I'm going to be a little quiet for a moment here, but that's okay.
That's fine. I got a big mouth.
Well, no, what I was going to say is we've got your smooth, silky voice.
Oh, really? Wow. 10. How nice. So
this is round 3, by the way.
It is round 3. We're getting punchy. So we're going to see this Providence make a right turn. It looks like he's deftly avoiding, well, until there. I guess he bumped at least a squadron as he made the turn and straightened out next to the tool. There's Austin putting a squad toward the back. And it looks like there's a minimal fighter screen for the Imperials. The Imperials have Black Squadron, a generic TIE, a generic Interceptor, and a generic TIE Defender. So this is a token screen of 44 points. But with Smalls, if you're getting chased down by some rogues or something like that, that might be just enough to buy your escape. Looks like there's measuring being done here. Looks to me like the Providence moved directly in the way of one of those mines, but I think the Providence has got that fighter coordination team
it does.
Play, so
both the Providence and the Pelta have the fighter coordination team. I'm also seeing an interesting trend here because the GR-75 is yet another instance where we're seeing Ahsoka on one of them. I mean, she's just a veritable utility player.
Well,
in terms of being able to do so much.
100%. I mean, you're chasing those tokens out. I mean, that could mean the difference between, increasing or decreasing your speed.
Yeah.
Getting that key confire. How about an engineering token when needed?
100%.
I mean, it's so flexible. It's almost a must-have.
And so many B-wings. 5
So
B-wings.
many. Well, that's
we're
why you've got
looking.
That's why you've got 2 fighter coordination teams.
I mean, yeah.
Get them into the fight because they are bad. They are really good once they get in the fight. It's getting them there that's the problem.
Right.
Yep.
All right. So I'm gonna while we are watching this because we are still here in turn 1, I believe.
Yep.
I am gonna go back to our fleet list if we have an issue with the sound when we jump here. Please let us know. But I think we fixed all of our audio issues, and apparently we have not had an audio glitch yet this round. Adrian,
You said that now.
I'm looking for some wood that I can knock on my head.
Paper is wood, right? All
Yeah,
right.
paper. Yeah, it's made from trees, so
Sure.
that kind of counts.
All right. So I'm seeing a rather long movement tool on the board for that Architens. I think he's coming in hot, and I think we're going to see some dice here. Obviously, that's a nav. Otherwise, he wouldn't be putting any click except at the very last joint on those Architens. Once you learn how to fly them, it gets a little easier. But if you're not used to those Architens, that movement profile takes a little getting used to.
Yes, it does.
And I'm actually wondering, is that the Raider? No, it is.
That's one of the Architens.
Oh, it must be going speed 3. Okay,
Yeah.
it is speed 3. I was going to say because otherwise, why are there 2 clicks? Okay, yep. So it's coming on in. Maybe waiting for next round when that Providence moves forward to try to double arc it. Maybe. Not sure. So we'll see what happens with this. I think we're just going to see those Archons just swarm that Providence with multiple hits. Man, and it'll be interesting to see if those B-Wings get in on them.
Squadron command on the Pelta.
Yep, that does
it's
not
keeping that
surprise
as a
me.
dial. He's going to make his move.
Yep.
Still tons of action going on the other tables.
Oh, yes. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting maneuvering going on out on the floor. Lots of folks who are really close in points. They are vying hardcore for that top 8 spot. Yeah.
Schmitty, welcome to the program in chat. Thank you for
Hello.
joining us.
Hello there.
Yes, Ahsoka is pretty awesome, and I'm just seeing her more and more
Yep.
in Rebel fleets. We're doing some fighter coordination teams here right now.
Correct. They're getting those B-Wings up and in. That's the name of the game here. Move those B-Wings up for sure. All right.
Moving on to the next ship here.
Yep, it's going to be yet another Architens. And again, a long movement tool. Looks like speed 3 again. He's going to come in. So the Providence is really tanky. I don't know if moving up that quickly is an advantage for the arcs that like to stay downtown, right? You don't want to give the Providence's blue and black dice to go to work. So if you can stay at red, better. Definitely don't want to get double arc, and they should have enough maneuvering to not get caught. But we'll see. It definitely seems like they want to be up close and personal with that Providence. Ooh, that's going to be
Which is
close.
interesting because usually with light cruisers, you're going to be trying to circle around, do that fishbowl type of attack.
Yeah, and I think he might have just dodged that front arc.
And that might also be the other thing. But I think John might have been right in his initial assessment where we're going to see these other two go around on the starboard side of that Providence. We're going to find out.
It's possible. Definitely possible.
nav on the, I believe that's the
Yep.
Gazanti.
Taking it as a token.
Not the Gazanti.
GR75.
Transport.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's see. Another Tokyo Drift in behind the squads. Yep.
Yep. Not overlapping anything just yet.
Not yet. Yep. Gonna mark that. It's turned out a little bit. He's got to be careful with those GR75s. Those side arcs on the Architens can reach out and touch you. And if the Architens have the goal of getting a side shot on those GR75s, it will take the activation down for Pat.
That it
Closest
will.
to us, and that will spell doom for anyone facing an MSU fleet, because then you can pick and choose a lot more carefully of what ship comes into range. Ooh, there's another long range alert. He is coming in. Okay, that seems like a bigger swing. All right. Let's see what he's doing. So as they're revealing dials, I'm guessing that these are all navs on the Architens, because obviously they're getting that extra click.
Right. And I'm inclined to agree.
Yep. All right. All right. Carefully measuring. Okay, so he looks like he's going to stay at speed 2 and whip around, and he does. So that's interesting. Well, I mean, definitely not black range. We'll see if anyone's in blue here shortly. It's going to be close. And so Pat has a GR75 left, and that's it. And then the other ships will go on the other side and
Another nav.
give themselves position. Yeah.
He's paying attention to that token there.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, I totally appreciate, because you don't want to get that free hit. So
Yep.
drop it down to speed 1.
Yeah, likely. But you know what? I don't know if he's going to stay out of red doing speed 1. Especially if that one Architens, but we'll see.
Red, probably not. But, I mean, again, I think the key here isn't so much...
Yep, see, he's measuring. Yeah, it's going to be close.
Because it's 1 to 3 is the distance for the ion token and the 4 shots.
Sure. Maybe he is trying to avoid the token, but if he is, I think he's a little close to his buddy with that measure, so we'll see.
Yeah, he's still going to eat that first one that's up on front.
Yeah, he can. The thing is if that GR75 moved forward, as someone who likes planetary ion, if he moved forward enough to where that middle ion token could affect the GR75, the other token in front of the Providence will still be in play next round. So you don't want to give the Providence time to get away from that token, or the GR75 away from the other token. So it's choosing which token you're going to have greatest effect with, while leaving the other one still in play. All right. So another Architens. He's trying to get positioned. Okay. Well, I think we know which Architens is going to go first, so that there's no obstruction likely. We'll see. And then the Raider gets to go, and that's the Raider with Thrawn. Probably going to saddle up right behind. Yep, and then he's going to come right behind the Architens, because Vader's on that ship.
Yeah, and
Officer
Vader's
Vader.
a key thing there.
Yep, Officer Vader is going to then be able to use skilled first officers to choke out and get dice rolls. That tells me that I'm guessing that Providence is going to be the target of all of their ire, and you're going to get 4 pretty decent side shots onto the Providence.
You're probably right. And I think that's where the battle's gonna. Well, obviously now here's where your Architects are now flying off to their port sides. And what you're going to see is not so much a pincer maneuver, but you're going to get attacks on both sides. So the Providence is just going to get banged up, I would think, going double in. Having said that, that Providence could also run right into that gun line and start tearing them apart.
Well, here's the problem for the Providence. If it goes forward, one of those Architects on the left will be able to move at speed 3 directly into its side, maybe ram it and double arc it with 2 sides. If you can get on a big base with one of those Architects, you can do that, and it's bad for the opponent.
Yeah, and those side arcs out of the Architects are they're mean with the 3 red dice.
That's right, and
XI7s.
Oh,
I mean, so you're tearing through.
They're going to drill in. Yep.
Now, Providence, on the other hand, if you can get the Providence to be able to double arc one of those Architects, you've got a dead Architects, I think.
Well,
or pretty close to it.
Oh, doubling? Yeah, for sure. But there is no gunnery team on it. So,
no, that's true.
So if you can get multiple ships in those arcs, I'm a little. I don't know. Jury's out on the strategy here, but we'll see what they're thinking.
One thing I'm going to bring up here, because we did not mention this, because John had Little John here, so Johnny was helping us out, making sure he brought a couple smiles to everyone today. Lark is also joining us from UK. Hey, bud, how you doing? Good to have you here on stream. But this is table 3, I believe. And we decided to do table 3 because you guys don't want to see Garrett again. I mean,
you always do.
You do.
You know, he was on earlier today, and of course, then Dave, who just on last round, is on table 2. So we went down to table 3 with 2 different fleets to give you guys a little more flavor of what else is kind of in the hunt. Definitely in top 8 right now. Yeah. So, but this will be an interesting matchup.
Yeah, and again, this is part of what we do here on Ion Radio. As much fun as it would be to just stay on table 1 the entire time, that could get old. You know, seeing the same fleet again and again and again. So we're going to give you some of the variety, and of course, as soon as we get down to tomorrow with our 2 rounds after our top 8 cut, we're definitely going to have to tell you guys. We'll bring in the 2 battles that we think are going to be the most interesting, and hopefully we'll be able to pick the battle for round 5. That's going to showcase the person or 2 that are 100% going to move into to winning the tournament.
Yep. We will definitely have some of that information for you.
So a couple.
Yep.
And we're still in
round 1.
Round 1, yeah. About to get into turn 2 because we're moving squadrons.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yep, just kind of keeping things. The screen is back there, ready to jump in if necessary. And likely it's just waiting for those B-Wings to get in position, and then the lockdown will occur.
Yeah, and although the B-Wings are moving at speed 2, when you've got those fighter coordination teams moving them, I mean, you're moving those B-Wings effectively at like speed 4, almost speed 5.
And here comes, there's another fighter coordination team move. They're moving those forward. Yep. All right, here we go. All right, status phase. I think they are going to be setting dials, and then we're going to see if they choose to do a planetary ion cannon. I think it's going to happen.
I think we're going to see it.
Yep. Now, that Providence has full shields, so I'm guessing that he's going to target the back shield. Try to make it spend some tokens before those Architects open up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that crit effect. We'll see. So with the planetary ion cannon, obviously, it's the opponent that gets to pick the defense token that is spent, unlike with suppressor.
Right.
So, all right, so it looks like, so he's going to shoot with the 4 blue dice. The 4 blue dice are going to be in the container, so let's see what the 4 blue dice look like for ion cannon. There's a crit effect.
Crit.
Yep, so he can block one out. So technically, the way they should do this is they should ask what they should block out the defense token, ask what defense tokens are going to be spent, and then decide whether the crit effect is going to go off. But I think with full shields, he's going to pick the crit effect. And it looks like it is going to be the crit effect for the mission, and he is going to spend the evade as part of that crit effect. And he's going to brace the damage and take it on the front. Looks like the front shield was the one that he chose to do. Probably softening it up for those architects.
I'm in agreement with you there. Yeah.
Yep. All right, so the Providence is going to go.
With the squadron dial.
Yep, of course. So let's see if those B-Wings can get in on something. All right.
Oh, we've got Johnny visiting the booth again, saying bye-bye.
Yeah. Nice. Good to see you guys, too.
Bye, Little John. Bye, Johnny. Thank you for coming out.
Future Armada players. Nice.
He's got his hat, and away he goes.
Yes.
I mean, that's a future admiral.
That's right.
Being ready to go.
All right. All right, so let's see what we're doing. So it looks like there's an attack happening here. All right, there goes John.
Bringing you all the action here from across the thing. We've got our counter here, so.
Yep. Not exactly sure what's being attacked, but we'll find out.
That's okay, folks, because sometimes it's good just to have a little bit of
the youth of today.
The youth of today, yes. Oh, thank you, John, for coming by. If you actually watch this again after we're done recording, we appreciate the fact that you came out. And I'm sure everyone at home does as well. Okay, firing at the TIE fighter.
Yep, firing at the squadron. So these are anti-squad attacks. Okay, that makes sense. Well, looks like a couple hits there. Yep. Man, not wonderful on 5 dice for 2 damage, because those are all generics on the Imperial side. So.
Yeah, and there's only a handful. The only one that's not is black, and black squadrons.
No tokens.
No tokens. Yeah. Your not your ace, but your unique squadron is the common vernacular for those.
Mm-hmm. So it looks like he must have sent in his X-Wings to do this.
Yeah.
And then he's going to... So the X-Wings are going in to try to clear the way of the squads that are protecting the flank of that Architects.
Got some conversation here on how they want to proceed with the game. While we have a break here, we're going to... oh, hang on. Here we go. Yep. We got to shoot flight controllers again, firing at squadrons.
One hit. Oh, this is some rough squad action here. But it took out the TIE fighter. Or was that the? I think it's the TIE fighter. I think he's got a interceptor on one of those pegs. So
and now we're going side to side, Providence to the Architects.
Okay. All right. So no evade 3 damage. Yep. So let's see what happens. Yep, he's going to redirect that. All right. So
Starboard
he's using-
and rear is going to
Yep,
redirect to the rear.
So the advanced projectors are putting it around to other hull zones. And now I think we're going to get a front shot on one of the Architens.
Medium range here.
Yep, 2 reds and a blue into the side of that Architens directly in
Front
front.
to side.
Let's see what we got here. All right, so it's 2 and then a blank. All right. All right, so he's going to veteran gunners this, I hear from the table. So we're going to re-roll everything. So let's see. Oh, 2 accuracies and hit. Jeez, all right. So here's a torn far re-roll, I think. All right, torn far with that blue die. Let's see. Another accuracy. The dice are misbehaving here, Ken. Lots of accuracies and like a hit.
So we've got Doug with a headset here. So hopefully he can hear, so we can ask him questions as need be.
Gotcha.
But right now he's doing well. We've got 2 very quiet players.
We do. Their voices do not carry, and we're straining to hear. But that's okay.
But that's okay. That's why we have a tableside reporter.
That's right. All right, so let's see how this Providence is going to move. Clear that they're going to run over some squadrons here. So let's see.
Of course,
what
now that
this-
I've said that they're quiet, now they're willing to talk more. So
I don't know about that. It's still pretty quiet.
at least for a
All right.
minute.
All right, so he's going to move that Providence right into the grill of these Architens. This is a dangerous game.
See, this is good because every single game we've run across so far, we've seen a lot of damage and destruction. I just think that's kind of cool.
I think we're about ready to see some more. So this is going to be interesting. And this kind of up close and personal stuff, I think, believe it or not, I think he may have only doubled himself with one of those Architens.
Fighter coordination
Scarily
team.
enough. Yep, fighter coordination coming in. Yep. All right, let's see what's going on. Yep, they're coming in hot. So those B-Wings are definitely going to be up close and personal here in a second.
Well, and again, when you're using FCT and you've got that range 1 move, range 1 is pretty long.
Yeah.
It really is.
It sure is. A lot of measuring going on, but fighter coordination team, it's good, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't move them very far, so you've got to get a couple rounds to be effective, especially with B-Wings.
To answer a question in chat, Ryan, the reason this Rebel fleet does not have Han Solo in it is because you're not flying it.
That seems reasonable.
But, Han Solo, I remember when the Summa of all things kit came out. My very first fleet did include Han Solo.
Yeah.
But no, this is all generic X-Wings and B-Wings on the Rebel side.
Uh-huh. Yeah, these fleets are blissfully free of aces.
I just noticed Austin's shirt here, where he's got the Imperial Star Destroyer pizza shirt. I'm loving this. If we get an opportunity, we'll show it on camera.
His fleet name is Thrawn's
Is Thrawn's
Personal Pizza.
frozen or personal pizza?
Yeah.
Oh, John. Han Solo, because he wants to win with it. That's why he's not there.
Okay. So let's see what's happening with this Architens. I don't know what was just revealed.
So we've got a shot coming up here. Okay, nav on the Architects here.
Is it a nav?
It is a nav.
Okay. He's checking to see if he's double arcing out that front. And the side might be able to get the front. We'll see. And so
into the dice tray, guys.
into the dice tray.
Doesn't count on the table.
Yes.
Because
they'll put
because
those
we
in the
say
dice
so.
tray.
Yeah. Whatever you guys want to do.
All right, so so you can see it. So it looks like the front. That's not. It's like they grabbed it up, but it was 2 blanks.
I couldn't tell what it was on the table, but
No, they rolled in the tray and it was 2 blanks. So now.
well, yeah, but the one that was in the table.
No. Should Architects get a points drop? All right, well, let's hang on
Side
a
to
second. I'll answer that
side.
question in a second. So this is not bad. There's an accuracy
with
in 3.
3.
Okay, it's not bad. So we'll see what they lock out. You know what? Architects are really effective, especially with the upgrades that they have. I don't think they need a points drop, really. I think they're sitting pretty good. You just have to, because an MSU fleet like this, you're about to see, when all 4 of these activate, you're going to see a death of 1,000 cuts.
Okay, burning the evade to re-roll it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay, now you're down to 2.
Yep. Nice. Makes sense. All right, so I think that the Architects are sitting pretty good. Their upgrades are very effective. If they get a points drop and you put too many of them in there at 5 hull with auxiliary shields teams, it might be a little much. Might be a little much. Because they are 5 hull. So I think the points are about right. They're definitely not like CR90 4 hull. I mean, if you the CR90s are exceptionally
need a point
effective.
increase.
They are.
Either that or you make it illegal to put turbo laser reroute circuits on them.
Well, their titles make it really great. I mean, Jaina's Light, one of the best in the game, and those CR90s with TRCs, it's crazy, and you can fit a ton of them in.
You can.
If you turn the Architects into the Imperial CR90, that might be some trouble. In my humble opinion.
Okay, so no collision here, but pretty close.
Pretty close.
This is some
Definitely
fancy flying,
Yep.
to be sure.
Yep. So now let's see. Is it going to be the Pelta? Is it going to be GRs? Let's see. Yep, that's pretty good. No double for the Providence, but wow.
Squadron Command.
Okay. All right, so it looks like we're going to be
debating because we've got a couple of these
spots.
squadrons have already been activated. So now it's a matter of which one does he
Well,
want
they've been
to...
fighter coordination team.
Or FCT. Yeah, that's true. I'm getting confused because of the FCT. They keep moving around all over the place.
They do. They move multiple times around, so it does get a little crazy.
Three.
Yep.
No, just going to go straight to shooting at the Architects there. That's
it is
hidden
possible.
behind the Providence.
Yep. So it's going to be 2 reds out of that Pelta, I believe. So let's see. Let's see what goes on here.
This is not the actual hit. We're just clearing the previous
clearing
shot.
it.
But
All
here
right.
we go. Pelta in.
Pelta to the arc. Oh.
Oh, where's one?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that Pelta doesn't look like it has any dice correction.
It
so
really
it's 1.
doesn't.
So are we going to see an evade?
Well, we're going to find out here. And
I mean,
Austin's
they are
sitting
not
here
at
looking.
blue. They're not at blue. Is he saving it for something?
Yeah.
I think he evaded it.
It pulled the evade and removed all of them.
All right, and let's see how this move goes. Checking things out. Doing a slight turn in. Yep. All right, looks like Ahsoka changing to nav.
Changing to nav, yeah.
Speed 1, okay. Yep. Makes a little more sense. Ooh, is it going to avoid that obstacle?
Yeah, how
Shield
close are
dial.
we? It's hard
Ooh,
to tell.
That's tough. How close are they?
3 inches away? All right. Camera views, I tell you, sometimes
know,
things
right?
look a lot closer than they are in real life.
So it
this is an objects in mirror are closer than they appear.
Yes, yes. All right, so it looks like that far left Architens is going to get activated.
This is a constant problem we have on
And
this.
I think it's a navigate, he said. So let's see what shoots we're going to take. I think it's going to be side to side.
And we forgot an FCT here.
Well,
that's okay.
that is passed.
How the cookie crumbles.
That's right. So I think that side arc is going to be able to hit that side.
Side to side.
Nope, front to side.
Oh,
Yep, front to side with a red. So here's the side to side.
yeah.
Okay.
3 reds.
Yep. An accuracy and 2 blanks. Oh my
Ooh.
goodness. He's going to Darth Vader this. So he's going to choke out skilled first officer. He is within 5. So choke that skilled first officer out, and
Yeah.
let's. I'm guessing he's going to re-roll the blanks and not the accuracy.
Remote.
I'm
Which ones
guessing.
Is he going to take all of them? Keep the.
We'll see.
Definitely the
Yep,
2 blanks.
just the
Yep,
blanks.
just the
All right.
blanks.
Giving him a good twirl. Oh,
And we got
that's
one with that accuracy.
Well, the dice have gone cold. Oh
They
my
have.
Goodness gracious.
It went from really hot to
really cold.
really cold.
Yep. And I think the Providence will be quite
Yeah.
happy to
He's just
take that
taking
one.
the one, yeah.
Yep, quite happy with
Which
that. He's got more coming. He needs his defense token
Yeah,
saved
exactly.
for something that might
Exactly.
be better. Yep. And now that Architens moves. It's an interesting little formation that they got going there. He has nothing to fear from those GR75s, and if those GR75s happen to ram him, he doesn't care. So
True.
I guess maybe putting himself in the way there puts those GRs in danger just by virtue of moving. The Pelta is another story, though.
Well, and again, what we're seeing on the Imperial side here, Austin's got both of his. He's got his fleet split,
Uh-huh.
which is sometimes a dangerous thing to do, but he's concentrating all his firepower on the one ship.
Well,
So-
yeah, and it's not split far away.
No.
It's deceptive on the camera. It's split enough to where he's getting all these side arcs on it. Both those side arcs on the Architens, whether it's left or right, doesn't matter. As long as he gets those arcs in there, I was thinking he was going to try to turn in hard and get the double arc, but I don't think he's going for that.
I don't think so. It's also worth noting, folks, that we are probably about, what would you say, 10 feet away from the table?
Around there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're trying to see things. Our views
I know.
are about as good as yours. So
But
sometimes we're not going to see everything we want to see.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what's going on here. The tool was removed and now it's going back on. So I'm not sure what the
90 minutes left
is
in the
here.
round.
Okay. I don't know what's going on here.
Okay, so they were trying to figure out if the ship would actually go in there, and they're just tilting the ship a little bit.
So it
To
looks like
make-
it's a ram.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, ram and
It is
hard
a
for
ram.
reach. All right. Well, there it is. Okay.
And ramming himself, unfortunately.
Yeah, yeah. That's what happens when you pile up.
GR75, number 1. I think that's the one with
Yep.
the Soka.
Could be.
Part 3 supply being exhaust. Actually, it's not a Soka,
It's
that's
not a
torn
Soka.
far.
Yep, that's torn far. Yep. That's also the one that's got boosted comms, so let's see if he's going to try to activate a B-wing and get in there and try to do some damage. Maybe to one of the ones that got hit. You know? If they've already been rammed, bomb the daylights out of them and see what happens. Lots of measuring happening here for these squads to get them in.
Dominantly making sure that he's got an opportunity to move these squadrons around to actually hit his targets.
Yep.
I think that's kind of the key here.
Yeah, it's a little bit of fiddliness, trying to make sure they get optimal shots on target.
So here's our bomb. And we've got accuracy and a blank off that black die.
Wow, these guys are just coming up with nothing
blanks.
on the damage pools for these dice rolls. It's got to be frustrating.
Especially with the B-Wing, because you got Bomber.
Yeah, exactly.
And you've been moving him with FCT the entire
That's
game.
right. And now they're finally ready to do some work.
Yeah.
And they're just, they're accurate, but not damaging.
Okay, it sounds like this is a shot to the front.
Yep. All right, there's 2. So let's see what happens.
Austin's...
Well, with auxiliary shield teams, 2 hits aren't going to bother an Architens too much. But
too
we have
much.
to remember that Tom is first player. So he's got to really be careful with the damage he takes and get out of certain arcs so that he doesn't get evaporated.
We're using advanced projectors here. Well, I should say Austin's using advanced projectors, moving those shields around. And again, that's one of the things you can do with the way that he has the Architon set up. And actually, I like this build. This is one that I've used before. We have skilled first officer, advanced projectors, and XI7s on the Architons, because you make them just last that much longer with the extra redirects.
Absolutely. You're not bracing anything, so you just have to keep at distance, use your evades effectively, spread the damage out, maybe once in a blue moon. Like, he's got Thrawn, so he could conceivably dial up an engineering. Maybe move some shields, maybe just kind of regrow one, something along those lines. That'll help against the bombers. But with these GRs moving up, I'm wondering if we're going to see just him concentrating everything on that Providence. The pelt is tanky though, so does he go for points and go for the GRs?
Providence is worth 160 points though. And this is the thing: you have to take down 2 Architons to make the Providence, and we just had a pass. If I'm hearing that. Oh, Nav. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
So nav command.
Yep. Okay, and
I believe this is just a bunch of flak.
Okay.
Yeah, there's one hit.
Okay.
Taking that out on, it looks to be one of the B-Wings.
Yeah, the Architens is flak and B-Wings right now. And that was out the front.
That'd be out
So there's the side to front of the Providence. So 3 reds from the Architens.
And
there's 2 XI7. I don't know if he's going to waste Vader on that. Let's see.
You could, but then you're going to run out of officers at some point, choking them out.
They only got 1 skilled first officer.
That is true.
To make a decision. We'll see. Yep, so he's just going to say take 2 at the front.
Take the 2.
Let's see what happens. So he's going to salvo.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. He's going to take those off the shields, and then here comes the salvo right at the side.
There go the shields.
Yep.
Salvo coming up here.
Yep. All right. Here comes the salvo. All right.
And out they go for 2 hits and an accuracy.
So I'm not sure what he's going to lock out because the Architens have doubles of the evades and the redirects, so probably nothing.
Okay, good redirect is being blocked.
Okay.
This shot, by the way, brought to you by Tame and Bach, manufacturer of the DBY-827 heavy turbo laser turrets. And clearly, that's what's being used here because, we're actually scoring some hits.
Yeah, finally.
Don't worry, folks. I have a whole bunch of these lined up waiting to go.
He does. He has a list. It's actually quite long.
We've got our table side reporter Doug here kind of cracking up with every single thing I say. He's not able to actually tell us what's going on because he's cracking up. Using that, he's exhausting the redirect.
Okay. Yeah, I think he's keeping as many shields on the other side as possible because he knows that Tom is first player, or Pat is first player, so that's going to be, yeah.
That sounds like we got a nav. And actually what we could do, if Doug could let us know the shield status on that Providence. I'm actually kind of curious to see what we've got. No, the big ship, the Providence.
All right, let's see what's going on. Well, we're seeing the Architens move here. So
3 on the
obviously
right.
it's moving speed 3. It's going to go straight, and it's going to take a hard turn, try to get out of short range of the side arc, yet still keep it in its side. It should be able to do that. Or maybe it's... I'm not sure what that is. All right, we'll see.
All right, so let's. Here's the update on the Providence. We have 3 shields on the front, 3 on the that would be starboard side, and 1 on the port side. So the port side's taking some hits from these Architens.
Yep.
Thank you, Doug. Probably 0 on the rear. So see, folks, I forgot to give you guys the rear status because that one doesn't matter. It will in a minute. So we are. Looks like it's a Pelta here that's being activated. No, another GR75.
Yep,
maybe.
I think he's checking about the status of what is within the activation range. I'm guessing.
B-wings are what's being activated here.
Yeah, both those GRs have boosted comms, and that's why he's got that range ruler
You
out
pretty
there.
much can go from anywhere you want, almost, at least on this half of the board. On the roughly 2x2 area we are currently playing on.
All right, so it looks like here comes a B-wing into the side
Blue-black.
of the Architens. Blue-black. Let's see what we got.
And
an accuracy and a
accuracy
hit.
and hit's not bad.
Okay.
You'd like that to be a double with the
Yep.
B-wing.
I don't know what he's... Okay.
That was re-rolled
Oh, with the evade.
with the evade.
Yep.
Oh, he rolled a blue die. It looked blue, black
okay.
on this end.
Yeah, it did, right? He's going to re-roll the blue die with Torn Far. So let's see what happens here. All right, 2 damage. Let's see what happens. See, and I think that's the right call because if you just have 1 accuracy, the Architens has double the tokens. Make them deal with more damage.
Yeah.
Get those shields gone. And that way, once those shields are gone, those redirects mean nothing.
Right. Sounds like we are still redirecting here.
Yep, I think so.
Again, advanced projectors. You can move them pretty much anywhere.
Yep, that's correct.
One of my favorite cards in the game is advanced projectors. Of course,
Oh.
that's why when you actually see in our intro sequence, that's what shows up when my name comes onto the screen.
Nice.
And you, of course, Adrian, get Darth Vader.
That is my favorite card.
yeah.
It is, for sure.
And we intentionally found alternative art for it just because maybe you want to be Darth Vader the commander or Darth Vader the officer that chokes people out. I mean, it kind of depends.
Or the squadron.
Or the squadron.
All right, here comes another
Another B-wing.
attack. 2 more coming
2
in.
hits. Right dice this time.
Interestingly enough, I purplish reddish ink with Vader with his fist, and I have this promo card in English, Polish, French, and German, and I am still looking for Spanish.
Well, we'll see if we can find the Spanish card for you here.
Yeah, right.
Advanced projectors once again being used here on the Architens, moving these shields around, keeping them alive that much longer.
Yep, that's what those advanced projectors does.
1 shield left on it also, so we're getting to the point to where that thing's going to start getting worried.
Yeah, he's not happy.
No,
Sure
but
he's not happy
I'm going to say the B-wings have done a remarkable job
Yeah.
of really hammering things down.
Yep. All right, checking some arcs here. And by arcs, I mean firing arcs, not architens.
Yes, Daniel, we've got Architon swarms here.
All right, so it looks like we're going to get a shot here from side to front, I'm guessing. Okay, well, there's 3.
3 hits. Again, Architon's side into the front of
the Providence.
Providence, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, there goes the brace.
Yep. Brace redirect.
1 to the side after the brace and redirect.
Yeah.
They still have
because
shield.
it's XI7, so it can only move 1.
Right.
So that's why he took 1 off the front and 1 off the side. And then he's going to try to move. Now this should be interesting. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to cut in, but we'll see. Is he slowing down to 1? Ooh, that's interesting. That's spicy.
Well, if you're slowing down to 1 on an Architons that really hasn't been hit yet, I mean, you can do some damage on it with 1 shot from the Providence, but you should be able to survive. And you also don't want to ram into the Architons in front of them either. Well, so, again, now we're playing that game of inches when you're moving. You know, you want to go speed 1, speed 2. And Architons are not exactly the most maneuverable of ships.
Correct. My thought is that if he goes speed 1 and doesn't turn hard enough, if he gets doubled, that could spell disaster since Paco's first player. So you don't want to get doubled by a Providence.
Definitely dropping to speed 1 ship. Here. But, so yeah, we're making the dangerous play here.
All right, so he's turning in hard. He's staying speed 2.
No, he dropped speed 1.
Oh, geez.
So, yeah.
He just had the speed 2 ruler.
1.
All right, well, let's see if he dodged that arc. Oh, it looks like probably he did. Yeah, from this angle, I think he probably stayed out of that front arc, so there'll be a lot of decisions to be made.
Yeah, that's the last thing you want to do is run into it.
Yep.
Squadron being shown here off the Corvus.
Squadron, so he's going to do 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
And where are we moving?
He might be. It's Squadron off the Corvus?
Yep.
Oh, so he must be throwing one of the squads in to prevent bombing, perhaps?
Well, you're either going to lock
up
like an X-Wing or probably a B-Wing, because that's going to be doing the most damage. You really don't have, with the limited squadrons there.
He threw that squad in on the our left-hand side of the Providence to prevent those B-Wings from going after the side of the Providence.
Well, then we're making our attack. Let's see, what do we have here?
Let's see here. It's anti-squad, so there's 1 hit going against one of the B-Wings.
Yeah, so that's probably black, or it could be one of the generic TIE fighters.
It's black.
Okay.
Yep, the generic TIE fighter is gone, so the TIE interceptor, I think, is left as well, I believe. All right, so let's see what the Corvus does here. Definitely blue.
Okay, we're going after the B-Wing.
It's blue-black, is it? Oh, it's the
so
side.
This is the TIE Defender going against the B-Wing. So 3 damage.
Oh, against the B-Wing there.
Yep.
Okay.
B-Wings inherently have 5 hull.
Yep.
Get a little bit closer to the action here. Not going to be the best with some of the hands getting in the way, but you can see a little bit of what's happening. Okay, flacking squadrons.
Uh-huh.
Well, that was the 2. And now making a decision on how we want to shoot out the side, I believe. I think it's checking range here. That looks like it's close range to me, but I could be wrong.
It's hard to see. If only we had an Admiral Tater short-range ruler with a handle.
Oddly enough, we might.
And
there's a crit.
Okay.
Taking it off the front.
Yeah. And that was
now
from
we're
the
moving.
Raider shot. Now the Raider's getting out of the
All right,
front
so
of
now
that.
I was going to wonder where he was going to put the Raider, and in this case, it looks like he's just going to try and get it as far away from the Providence as possible.
And
You
I don't know
definitely
if
want to
that's gonna
get it
work.
out of that front arc, that's for sure.
It's going to be in the front arc.
I don't know that you can. Let's go back to overhead here. I'm curious, based on where
Speed
he's
2
got
is
that.
not going to be out of there. That tail end.
You might, yeah. I think you're
Inside
going to
turn.
nab the tail end there.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He, he is doubled. He is doubled.
Yeah, that's all right. We have confirmation that that's a double arc. So.
Yep. All right. Not wonderful.
No, it is
And
not.
that definitely looks medium. I don't know about short, but it definitely looks medium. This is a little bit more of an interesting matchup. I know that whenever I have run my double star destroyer gunnery team lists, this MSU fleet would be my absolute dream to fly.
Well,
against.
yeah, and
But you know, it's
I think the other thing that we want to keep in mind is this game's it's taking a little bit longer. It's not as intense as our last two. We don't have two brawler fleets. We have
Right.
two more finesse fleets here. Because you're flying with the Rebel fleet, you've got the Pelta and the FCTs,
Right.
so it's a slow progression to bring in your bombers.
Correct.
Whereas when you start looking at the Imperial fleet, it's an MSU fleet. It's just I'm going to do a damage or two here, a damage or two here. Occasionally you get that shot where you get 4 or 5, but that's just how that's going to slowly run.
yeah. And then as long as those Architects can kind of stay out of danger or take a hit and get out of there, the more rounds go on, the more it favors the Architects.
Right, I agree.
Because
And we're still in round
it's just action
2.
economy. I know. And it looks like we're getting a 1 hour warning on this round.
Yeah,
That's
1
about
hour.
Right. Yep.
That's what we're hearing from the court side. They've got these great 50-yard line seats. Doug's got like perfect view.
So
I mean, he sees just as well as the players do, if
I
not
believe
better.
they're discussing the planetary ion.
Yeah. I think this is actually in turn 3 yet.
We're not.
I think we're still at the end of turn 2.
I think that's right. Yep. So that's the beginning of the round.
now we're
they must
moving
have
in.
all reset. Did
Yeah.
they reset? I guess they did.
We missed it.
All right.
That you know what, that happens.
Yep. Well, it is all 1 and 2 ships, so he's going to go after the Gozer with this. Well, he's got the accuracies, or the accuracy, I should say. So I assume he's going to lock out the scatter.
Yeah. Leaving 3 left.
3 on 1 shield zone. Crit enabled. If it were me, I almost let that crit go through.
Take the 1 and then just,
Yep.
yeah. Oh, burns the scatter.
Burns the scatter.
So I guess they blocked the evade.
So, did they crit
Oh, no, wait,
effect?
hang on,
Did
hang on,
they
hang on.
crit effect? I don't know what that was, but apparently there's no disagreement on the table, so I guess we go with it.
Out. Got their brace back, I believe.
Okay. Likely.
Okay. Engineering being used. We're going to bring
Yep.
some shields back onto the
Yep,
Providence.
so the
is what's
Providence
gonna
is going to
happen.
go, and the Providence is going to start opening up. He's got some big shots. He's got a shot. He's actually got a double on that Raider, which is Thrawn. So I don't know.
Oh, and we're
if he can
moving
get
shields
away.
around. So we're moving shields so they're hitting on the sides and on the rear. And it's protecting because there's really nothing that they're going to shoot at into that front anymore.
Right. So it'll be really interesting to see if he chooses to go after and double the Raider. I think maybe that's the choice. Because if you can get Thrawn, that's a lot of points.
I agree.
And if the Providence is tanky enough to get away from those Architans and turn away from the way that they are flying, he may be able to pull it out with, maybe a hit and run.
Yeah. Although, again,
They're
you
looking
need
right
to
now.
take 2 of those ships down to realistically start matching, taking down the Providence. Actually, it's almost 3 depending on the
Well,
ships
the
you're doing.
Providence isn't going down anytime soon.
No.
So if he can get that Providence away, it doesn't matter if he gets 1.
By the same token, taking down Thrawn and his Raider, if you can take down the Pelta, it's an even swap.
Well, Thrawn is so expensive with that Raider.
Yeah.
If you take down that Raider with Thrawn on it, it's automatically a 7-4. Because it's beyond 60 points split.
Correct.
So that Raider might be the safe bet. Take the Raider and run.
All right, here we go. We've got a
If you can
shot.
get the Pelta out of there.
This is going at
Oh, yeah.
probably one of the
The Ra-
Architans.
I think the Raider.
Or against one of the Architans.
Is it?
Yeah.
Which one? I wonder.
Probably the one closer to the top of the screen. Yeah. So 5 hits here.
No, that was the Raider.
Oh, it was a Raider.
Yep.
Okay.
Because the Raider is doubled, so I'm guessing that's what they're doing. Front to side on the Raider, yep.
Front to side. Okay.
And then I'm guessing he's going to
Yeah.
follow up with a side to side. So let's just see what he's going to do here. That's 5 damage. Okay, so he is throwing away the evade to re-roll 2. Okay, well, and
still getting 1.
yep. So then there's 4. So 4 damage.
Brace.
Okay, he's bracing it down to 2.
redirect.
No redirect.
No, brace. Yeah, brace down to 2.
Yep. So now there's no shields on that side, and now it's going to be the side shot there with no shields. This is going to be
Okay,
interesting.
so now we're going side to side.
Yep.
We got that angle,
Yep. Here we go.
and here we go. 2 doubles in
Oh,
there.
jeez. Yeah, but he needs.
That's 7, 8.
But he needs to. Oh, maybe there's no shields there.
Okay. Re-rolling the 2 doubles.
Yep.
That's your evade.
Ooh, this is going to be rough.
Ooh,
To nothing, but
ooh.
I think he got him. Nope. So he throws the brace. So let's see what happens here.
3 with a crit. Crit is capacitor failure.
All right. Oof.
Yeah, we're going to thank the players for actually
Yes,
showing
thank-
that in the dice
thank-
tray
yep,
for
thank-
you
thank
guys
you
at
for
home
showing
and us.
that.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So capacitor failure. That's interesting. So looks like that's got 2 cards on it now. But he went through some defense tokens, so this is going to be rough.
Well, and here's the thing.
And he can't
with
recover shields.
capacitor failure,
Yep.
your redirects kind of become useless after a
But
point.
that has none.
But yeah,
So that's fine.
It's
But-
akin to having, just a regular
Yep.
hit. Now, if that came in on, say, a
But here comes
one of the Architans,
Right. So here comes the idea. Is he going to turn into it and ram him? Or is he going to turn away and try to get that Raider? That Raider can boogie out of there. But is he going to get out of long range? Because with his defense token stressed like that, I don't think he has a brace left. He braced twice. So he's going to be in rough shape. So I don't know. I don't know the answer. I
Yep.
think if he turns away that way, he might
sounds
get
like
away.
He's turning to the port side here.
Okay. Yep,
That
you're right.
should easily fit.
Yep. So it doesn't look like it's going to be a ram, but it's definitely going to be a turn away.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's close. Yeah. So
I mean, so now if you remember that Raider, I believe, is only moving speed 2.
I think you're right.
You can potentially jump to speed 3, maybe land on the station,
There's a
heal
station,
something.
right?
But I don't know that you're going to be able to get away from at least long range. You probably get out of medium though.
Yep. It'll be real interesting.
Yeah.
It's going to get interesting here in a minute. But now here's where the Architans need to open up on that Providence and get it out of the way if they can.
We're at the point to where we've jousted and we're now moving past each other, and we're still only in turn
Round
3.
I know.
I mean, there's a lot of Armada to go, but I mean, to an extent, almost not. I mean, because a lot of this is going to be fleet movement. Now, could you go after the Pelta? Sure.
Oh, sure.
But
Absolutely. And if that Pelta moves forward and that Providence isn't on fire, maybe you open up on that Pelta.
Yeah.
Because then it becomes a points game, right?
There's 3. I think it was going to the side of the Providence from the rear of the Raider.
Okay. All right.
Confire, I'm assuming.
All right, there's 3.
Oh, no, this is... are we flacking squadrons?
Oh, it's possible. Was that LTT?
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. That's what happened.
I think that might have been what we... Oh, no, we don't have LTT on anything.
No?
I think I missed something. That's all right.
It's possible. We're not getting a lot of information, but that's all right.
Okay, so there was the rear.
Oh, it was a double black flak with confire from the Raider. That's what happened.
Yeah.
So out the other arc.
Now here we go.
And
We
it
jump
goes away.
into speed
3.
3.
Okay, and it definitely kisses the station, so he's going to remove a card. It's going to be the face-up one, of course, so that you can try to move some shields to it, likely. Yep. So now 1 card on that Raider. But depending on how many red dice that Providence has, that Raider is still not out of danger.
Pelta. Boosted comms.
The what? I'm sorry.
Right now they're dealing with boosted comms here. So
Both of those GRs have boosted comms.
But he's activated the Pelta.
Pelta also has boosted comms. All the boosted comms all the time on the Rebel fleet.
So now we're firing into the fronts of this Architans.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, that's pretty good roll.
3.
Yeah. Wow.
And re-rolled into
re-rolled in half.
into the
Didn't
same
help.
thing.
Yep. All right. So that's a B-wing, I believe.
Yeah.
Being activated into the front of that arc, and he took it.
Well, with the blue-black.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that Arc-10 has 3 cards on it now. So here comes
2
another.
more.
Here comes another squad. Let's see what the bomber can do. Oh,
Oh,
TIE
no.
fighter.
TIE fighter is
Okay.
engaged.
Okay. So
And that is Black Squadron.
get right into the. Ooh, that's 2. And that's right into
Are
the
we in
interceptor.
Torn far range.
Yep, torn far.
Torn far, re-rolling the crit. Okay.
Yep, yep.
There's
that's 3.
That's Black Squadron right there. Counter
No.
1.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Black Squadron. I'm sorry, you're right because of the counter 1. Yep.
Right.
My bad. I thought it was going into the interceptor.
No.
Nope.
No.
All right. And now it's
'Kay.
moving. Now that it is no longer held down. Or
Engaging
tied down.
the TIE Defender.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
B-Wing's being
That
activated.
B-wing, but it's tied down.
Okay,
So
going into
another-
the
yep,
side.
into the side of the Architans, another bomber. All right.
Yeah,
So,
so-
is it going to torn far? Yep.
Re-rolling the blue,
Oh,
staying in
okay.
accuracy.
So it's a hit.
Torn,
torn far, okay. What did it re-roll? Oh, okay.
Oh, Bomber Command Center was the original
Bomber
re-roll.
Cruiser.
Yeah.
Okay, I think it's. Oh, he threw away
Yeah.
the redirect in order to get the crit away, and it came to an accuracy, so
Yep.
just 1. So that was a good spend.
So taking one, we're down to 4
cards
of
on
the
the 1
5.
Architans, right?
Okay, now Pelta firing. It looks like into the front from the Pelta.
Yeah, maybe so. So we'll see what happens here.
And here's the shot.
And this might do it. Ooh, that's pretty good.
I mean, you got 2 with that.
Yeah, with the accuracy.
Yep.
Oh, so he's going to take depowered armament, and that is all she wrote for that Architens. First Architens of the MSU gone.
Yeah.
And a Pelta did it. That almost adds insult to injury.
And yeah, it really does, doesn't
It's
it?
like, wow. I mean, in fairness, he was softened up quite a bit by some bombers. But,
Yeah.
you know, still, giving your kill to the Pelta, man.
And there's that accuracy at the bottom.
Yep. All right, so I think that's it for the Pelta. Now it gets to move. Speed 1. Straight on. All right. Right. So it looks like is he looking at fighter coordination team?
I think he is, yes.
Okay. I think he's probably trying to decide if he's going to move those bombers away from the left-hand Architens, or if he's going to try to put them into the side of the 2 over near the Providence. I'm not sure.
Well, at this point, you're running through all the strategies, having a bit of a different camera angle just to kind of see what we have here.
Yeah, we'll give her that dice tray.
Kill that
yeah.
dice tray.
So
we'd see. We're just knocking squadrons around. That's okay. That happens.
All right. So they're moving them over. I think. I don't know if they're trying to put them in the way. He's putting one in the way of the other Architens.
Oh, that might have been FCT.
Yeah.
Moving ones.
Yep. All right. So I think there's another Architens being revealed. Yeah. Not sure which Architens that is, but we're going to see in a moment. Oh, it must be the one on the far side of the Providence, the one nearest the GR-75s.
I agree.
We'll see what he can shoot here.
Yep.
He's trying to see about that arc. I think he's taking a gander at the Pelta. And that is he looking to see if he's doubling the Pelta?
Yeah, I mean, there's I think he may have the double on the Pelta. Let's go back to the overhead here, and maybe we get a slightly better view.
Yeah, he's trying to figure out if he's doubling the Pelta. So that would be 1 red, then 3 red.
Well, that looks to be long range also, at least from my vantage point here.
Sure. My question is he just...
Okay, we are going to the front.
Okay, going to the front. With the front? No, with the side. Side to front.
Yep, side to front.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
3 with an accuracy.
All right, there you go.
And there's
other accuracy. All right.
No evade, no brace.
Yep, that makes sense. So he's
going to
redirect
1 and taking 2.
Yep. I thought he did the evade and the brace. No?
No, I don't think he did the evade and brace. I thought he just did the brace.
He had two accuracies.
Oh, he would have blocked 2 then, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I think it was the evade and the brace. I think he took a couple off the front. We'll get
it was all off the front, yeah.
I think he moved 1 to the side, but it was XI7 anyway. All right, here's an accuracy in 1. And he's shooting the GR-75, I think, with the other side arc.
Mm-hmm.
So no scatter, so that's something. Yep, he's just going to take it. All right. Not going to risk that reroll into the double.
Yeah.
And now that arc
shield's off on the side now, right?
Of the GR-75, yes. So let's see if he can make this move. And truthfully, if he can't, why not ram? those GRs.
I mean, if you go and you start ramming those things, you're not doing any damage to yourself.
Right.
The flotillas are going to take all the damage with the ram.
That's the surest way to get by a scatter.
Actually, in a way, that puts you into a position where you may have a good shot then on that peltus. It's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Then again, you're also putting yourself in a position where you're potentially going to be double arced. You're going to take a little hit here, a little hit there, and then now you're burning defense tokens.
Yeah, you're right.
So, I mean, it comes down to strategic choices.
So that's interesting.
Doug is nodding his head. He agrees.
All right, yeah, I think if he does this ram, though, he's going to come back with the side arc really facing the pelta, but I think he's going to be doubled by the pelta. And
45 minutes left in the round.
45-minute warning.
Plenty of time. The round.
All right, so it looks like we're changing some speed to 1 and not ramming. All right, so it's just going to stay right there. All right.
Okay, we got the. Oh, hang on.
I think we're going to see
Doing
some
a lot
fire
going on here
coordination
with these
teams.
B-wings moving in the FCT.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we've got an X-wing. X-wing's actually attacking first.
Yep.
So
Against one of the generics.
One
So
of-
that's
yeah.
going to be 2 damage for sure. Unless there's Torn Far. Torn Far should probably re-roll that accuracy if it's a generic, but we'll see.
yeah, that doesn't help.
Nope.
You know what I'll do is I'll move that
Yep,
to the
see
opposite
there-
side because you know
there-
what? I can do that, folks.
They're measuring for that Torn Far to see if there's a re-roll possible.
Yeah.
Does it have to be cardboard to be at distance 130 for
So, we're getting some questions here, but we will get the judge for you to come over and make that call.
This once again is as much as we may know the game.
Yes.
As the streamers here, we are officially glorified spectators. The only thing we can really tell the players to do is you have to roll in the dice tray, and you have to comply with certain rules. Like you can't sit there and say certain 4-letter colorful metaphors out loud where it's
right.
going to get picked up. But I mean, really beyond that.
Yes.
So
and
they're
as
not
per the
in.
usual arrangement, the Ion Radio staff maintains its impartiality. It
Yes.
does not make rulings any way, shape, or form on any of the games. at the
Unless
top
Garrett's
table.
playing. If Garrett's
Unless
playing,
Garrett's
we were
playing.
totally
That's
going
right.
to
And we're gonna
to
rule against him every time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So,
All right, here we go. Here is the next fighter shot.
yep. Here's another fighter shot.
There's 2.
Yep.
And we're still alive. I think that's
Still
the.
alive.
Is that the TIE Defender there? Looks
it
like
looks
the TIE
like it.
Defender.
Yep. Chipping away.
All right.
Oh, and that thing is turning in. Man, those GRs are staying. They're staying tight. They want to be nearby. That's an interesting choice. Right in the side arc. I guess if you're wasting a shot on that GR, unless it's scatter's gone, I don't know. I mean, you know. Or it could be trying to stay
Navigate
within Torn Far.
is what's being pulled out here. Plus, with the concentrate fire,
Yep.
remember we've got 2 dials for all
Yes.
these ships because of Thrawn.
Right. All right. So it's measuring. It's definitely going to be shooting the Pelta.
Okay, we're firing into the front here.
Okay.
And we have 2 hits with a blank.
Yep. Oof.
Concentrate fire.
Concentrate fire. Another blank.
Another
Oy.
blank.
See if we're gonna see a Vader.
Unskilled or
Yep.
yeah.
Choke out skilled first officer, and let's get those 2 blanks out of there and get some hits on. I think, perhaps. Well, that's better than blanks.
I was gonna say, yeah. I mean, now we're at 4 here.
And let's see what that Pelta can do with it.
And what are we doing here? Are we thinking we maybe do
Looking at
some
a minute.
evades here, maybe not.
Yep, we're
Bracing it to 2.
Okay.
Okay. Burning the redirect.
Burning the redirect. All right. All right, and then I don't know if there's another shot for that Architens except maybe out the back, but no.
No shots.
All
Now
right,
we're
so
moving.
Oh, it has a nav down. Okay, that's interesting. So it's keeping all those ships in the side arc so that they can plink them to death.
And once again, hello
Yep.
again to everyone around the world listening in to us. Talk about our games here. Round 3 of Chicago Uprising.
Yep. It is B-Wing Bombers versus Imperial MSU. Death of 1,000 cuts.
Soka's being exhausted here. We're swapping some tokens.
Yep.
Moving that GR-75, running around the side of the Architens now.
And I don't think it's going to fit at a speed 2 turn like that. But they could definitely do a drift. They could do all kinds of things, or maybe go to 1. But I think they're trying to get out of that double arc.
I agree.
Yep.
A couple games have already finished here in round 3.
Yep.
Got some 7s, another 10-1.
Yep.
Couple 10-1s.
Yeah.
So up and down the entire chain here. Oh, William, thank you so much. We appreciate the support. We're trying to do what we can here to give you the most information. We've got a couple bits of new tech that we've started using. We have some closed circuit headsets now that we're getting some feedback from the players and from our tableside reporter, Doug.
Mm-hmm.
Front to front.
All right. Let's see what we got.
Let us know, guys, online if there's anything we can do to help you understand more of the experience of what's going on, by the way. And there's a crit.
It's a crit. Let's see what happens here. They're measuring.
I'm seeing a lot of these cardboard rulers.
Uh-huh.
Re-rolling it with the evade.
Oof.
Oh, into a double. Ow.
That is not what you want to see from your evade token.
Now, a 1 in 8 chance to do that, too.
Right? And that's supposed to be a defense token. It turned into an offense token.
Yeah, that's one of those things. Evade can be tricky.
Yep. Whoops.
All right, here's,
All right, so it's
here's
double
the
arc.
second
Here's
shot.
the other one.
Because double arc, we got off the side.
Jim
There's another
Christmas.
double.
Is that a
Concentrate
contra?
fire.
Oh my lordy.
Another
All right.
4 above average.
Yeah.
Average on red dice for 4 are going to be 3 total hits. And we get a crit out of this one.
Wow. Yeah, what's going to happen there? I think we might see some tokens getting ditched.
Burning and evade.
Yep, an evade. All right.
Okay, well, knocking one down.
Yeah. So he's bracing it to 2.
Race to 2.
And looks like we're going to get a crit, or it looked like structural.
Oh,
Yep,
structural damage.
Oh, and there
My
it goes.
favorite card.
Structural for the loss.
You know,
Oof.
that card comes and rears its ugly head when you least want it to.
You know, you seem to have an unnatural attraction for structural damage cards. It is legendary.
I am not sure, and John's not here to confirm this, but I'm pretty sure that when I go to play a game with John on the channel, he stacks the deck by he bought like 12 core sets just so that he can have a full 52 card deck of nothing but structural damage.
Oh yeah. Well, that just goes without saying.
Yeah.
Either that or projector misaligned.
Or
Both of those.
well,
Yeah, they even split.
I've thrown like 8 of them into his deck, and I don't think he's noticed yet.
Perfect. All right. Well, looking like they're moving. So obviously we've got some squads after this. They're going to shoot each other.
Here's the X-wing coming in.
No, it's one of the Imperials.
I'm sorry, it's the TIE Defender shooting at the X-wing.
Okay. Yep.
So.
Well, the X-wing's got escort, so it's got to be shot.
Has
at
to be
first,
shot
but
at
that
first.
was a pretty good hit. 3.
3. I mean, that's more than half.
Yep.
X-wing's going to have 5. So.
Uh-huh.
Those TIE Defenders, when they want to hit something, they hit hard.
They want to hit. They want to hit. They hit. All right.
I think this is going to be our best angle here, table side.
Maybe. So I think this might be the end of round. I think that was it. Yep, it looks like they're setting some command dials.
So Adrian,
yes.
We are now at turn 4.
Yes.
And officially...
And there's 30 minutes left.
30 minutes left. And
at this speed, I'm thinking we're going to get through this round. That's my estimate.
Yeah. And we are now halfway through Uprising.
Yes. Yeah, super excited. And so many contests determining top 8. You know, top 8 tomorrow is going to be, I think, pretty exciting. And I'm also excited. I know you previewed the trophies.
I did showcase those with John and
players
Johnny.
Don't know anything about
No.
yet, but you all at home do. These tournaments are really, really fun. And it's a slightly different way of flying fleets of Armada.
It is.
It's just it's kind of a little bit of a breath of fresh air after an intense 3-round of competition the day before. Only the top 8 get to be tortured. All right, and here comes the
X-wing
shot
going out. Defenders firing at the X-wings again. Here we go. We've got they look like 2 or 3.
No,
I'm sorry. That was the other way around.
No, it was
Other way around.
actually it was a B-wing, I think.
B-wing firing at the defender.
Knocking it out. It is now an X-Defender. And now we've got...
I told you that the X-wing was involved in some way.
Well,
it was an X-Defender, yes. I love it.
Well, I got to tell you, though, that means that all of the ties, all of the Imperial squadrons are gone. Now those B-wings are free to engage.
And
weapons
hit hard.
hot.
Yeah.
Yep.
So as we are here at the middle of Chicago Uprising, and some of the lights are being turned on in the hangar bay, giving a great view of everything going on out here. Just want to remind you that one of the proud sponsors here of Chicago Uprising is Games Plus, local game store here in Mount Prospect, home of Armada Chicago.
That's right. An excellent community. Here's another attack, by the way.
I believe this is
bombing.
Bomber or flak?
I think it's bombing.
It's bombing.
That's a blue-black bombing one of the Architens. Yes, Games Plus in Mount Prospect. This store is super supportive of the community. Every Sunday we have 4 to 5 tables of Armada at a couple different time slots: 10 a.m., 1 p.m., 3 p.m. Armada is huge there, and they are super supportive. So yeah, great shout out to them, and they've provided some great prize support for the tournament.
Moving along, getting some more squadrons moved into place and into position.
Yep. So I think we're going to have, I think it's going to be another attack here. Let's see. Oh, no, it's moving. All right, so it's done its thing. So the GR is moving by. All right. I think there's some deciding which ship to go
I think
with
at this
on the
state,
Imperial.
they're kind of just making decisions on how they want to move, what they want to move.
Yep.
A lot of questions going on here. Okay, we got a nav being shown.
Yep.
Adjusting our speed.
Yep. so we'll see what happens. I don't know who revealed. Oh, I think it was the Raider.
I believe that's the Raider that's currently being
wait, no.
activated. Yes.
No, I think it's done. Or did it shoot? No, it didn't shoot. I think it's done, and now the Providence is going?
Providence is going engineering tile.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, so what is it going to do? I know it's going to try to label that one Architect.
Well, I mean, we're going to try and hit that Architects. Looks
sure.
like they're going to the rear, and probably from, it looks from my perspective to probably be a long-range shot is my guess.
You think?
Could be medium, but I'm thinking it's long.
Okay, we'll see. Let's see what they roll. They're still measuring. I think it's medium. Yep, medium to the side.
Yep, to the side.
So here we
okay,
go.
side to side.
2 reds, 2
All right.
blues, I'm guessing. Yep.
Oh, 4.
All hits.
All hits. The dice were cold. Now they're getting warm again, Adrian.
Getting a little warmer. I think we're redirecting.
Yeah.
Yep, spreading out the shields with auxiliary shield teams, or with or advanced projectors, sorry. Alright, so I don't know if there's another shot from the Providence. Maybe out the back at that Architan. I think he's going to see if there's a side shot on someone.
Yeah, it looks like
he's
shot.
No,
Side,
he may have the rear.
Rear, yeah, to the rear.
Maybe.
Yeah, side to rear.
Well, let's see if that's a thing. If the side to rear, then we do distance. I think it's medium. Okay. Yep. Red and blue. Here we go.
Here's the shot, and
from the rear. Okay.
Oh, rear to rear. Yeah.
Yep. So it looks like it's just one. I don't know what he's locking out.
Clouds are starting to roll in here in the Chicagoland area. Like I said, lights are on for full illumination here in the hangar bay.
Yep, absolutely. Oh, veteran gunnered that. And
veteran gunner into 3.
That's actually much better. So he's going to try to evade one of those, I'm guessing. Yep, evade with the reroll. Oh, it's good use of evade.
It's down to 1.
Just take 1.
So kind of back where you started, because you could have accuracy'd the
That's
evade.
correct. Yep. All right, and I think he redirected it, but let's see. And now he's going to move, so let's see.
Speed 1.
Did he say he was going to speed 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
Adjusting to speed 1. And let's see what we do with the Providence.
He's
going to kind of get right in front there.
He's not in any danger going anywhere, so he's going to try to keep as many shots on as he can, but I don't know if we're going to get out of this round. All right, so it looks like that Architens is going to try to get out of dodge, right?
Yep.
But he's looking at shots. Obviously, he's got some GRs. He's going to probably go out the rear at that one, I'm thinking.
Yeah, and we're looking at that GR-75 now, activating it.
No, it's the Architens shooting it.
Oh, I'm sorry, Architens.
Yep, black, red out the rear of the Architens to the GR for 1.
Yeah, for 1.
I guess that's going to be a scatter.
Nothing on the black die.
Right.
I don't know. I'd almost be willing to take 1 rather than blue. Well, of course, what else are you going to shoot at it with?
Yep, and this Confire.
Here's Confire.
All right.
2.
So 2. All right. Well, that's probably a scatter. Oh, unless it doesn't have a scatter. No, it doesn't have a scatter. That one doesn't. So he's just re-rolled 1 into a blank and take 1.
Yep. Okay.
And it's got a card. Okay. And now, let's see, side shot into the other GR, I'm guessing?
Side into the
Yep.
into the other.
In the other GR. So let's see. He needs an accuracy to do anything really great.
No, we have dice, but I mean
That's
that's
gonna
going to get scattered away. Yep, scatter.
Yep.
And here's our movement.
And let's see what he's going to do. Is he going to try to bolt, or is he just going to... Yep, he's going to try to get as far away from the Providence,
as he can. Just so it doesn't eliminate another one off the table.
Circular.
And here's the
Blue,
roll.
black bomber roll.
And
Oof.
1.
But let's see, is bomber command center within? Yep, reroll the black.
Yep.
Nope.
And nothing.
So that's 1. Man, hot and cold dice. Hot
Yeah.
and cold dice.
Well, like you say, they dice taketh, they dice giveth away.
Yep. I'm not sure what this reroll is. Oh, with the evade, perhaps?
Evade
Yep,
now,
okay.
yeah. All
Yep.
right, so we're
Well, that
back
makes
to 1.
sense. All right. So back to 1. So he's going to
advanced projectors.
Yep.
Yeah.
Over to the other side.
Oh, the joys of how some of these fleets are built up.
Yep. And it's going to move him in. It's going to be out of distance 1 though, so it's not going to be able to do anything. That's a B wing.
Too far away.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
now
now
we're
it's
going
gonna
back to move.
Yep. Speed 1, hard turn. Let's see what's going on. All right, and let's see what the others. I think the other ones are just gonna
Nav command here
nav?
on the Architects. No shots.
No
I think
shots.
we might be looking at a quick rest of this game now.
We'll see. We'll see if we have one of those. It's if the Architects just fly away, then
This game's
it'll
gonna be
pretty static, and this is going to be. I mean, what got destroyed in Architects and all the Imperial squads, and a few squads and the Pelta. So this is going to be close.
Got a small group of players
Yeah,
starting
looking
to collect around, watching.
Yep. So it looks like rounds are finishing up.
Yeah. We'll do a quick check
Let's do
right
a
now.
quick
We
check
can't say too much about what's
Right.
going on because we don't want to interfere with the current game. Looks like there's 1, 5, 6 tables still in progress,
Yep, that's correct.
including the one we're on,
Yep.
obviously.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
More ramming happening.
More.
I think more damage to the Architects have been happening due to their ramming themselves.
Yeah.
Okay, and it looks like we are status phase, so
Yep.
refreshing and moving in to turn 5. We're looking to get some time.
22 minutes left.
We're being told
so
22 minutes.
So I think they'll probably do this round, and
I-
unless it's this quick.
Honestly,
unless it's
if
just
we're moving fast, we
That's
could
true.
easily.
Yeah, those B-wings are pretty far away. We'll see what happens.
Nope, 20 minutes. We're being corrected.
20 minutes. 20 minutes.
We're going to tell the judges that we control the time, and it's actually 38 minutes.
But that is not true.
Getting some laughs
So
from the
not-
judges here.
Yeah, we will just be big fat liars, is what we're.
Yeah. You know, I'm being told it's a time zone issue. This hangar's so big that where the time zone that we're in streaming
Yep.
versus where the judges' desk are an hour apart.
That's
so.
correct. Yeah, for sure.
Now we're gonna. What it looks like is happening here, Adrian, is we're moving these squadrons, and
Yep.
this is going to be the key to see if they can take down another Architects.
Yeah, Yeah, that's all it is. There's some damaged Architens on the table. We're going to see if the B-Wings can get in on it. If they can't, I don't think the Providence is going to have any shots on anything. I think those Architens are going to be hard-pressed to get that Providence, or even to get one of the GRs.
Yeah.
The one Architens at the bottom of the screen on the left that there's currently some measuring happening on may have a shot at one of those. Maybe the one without a scatter.
Side to side from the bomber here. Or going into the side from the bomber. You
Right,
don't go
and
side
that's
to
one.
side from a bomber.
You
right?
don't, but Bomber Command Center is no longer there, or is it?
No, I think
Yeah,
that
it
was.
is.
Yeah. Yeah,
It
you're
is.
good. We're good.
Yep. So that's 2 hits. That's
Well, no, because yeah, that is
Yep.
2.
yeah. So he's going to redirect that. I don't think he wants to re-roll any of those.
Again, advanced projectors,
Yep. Getting some
moving
shields
everything
on.
around.
Yep.
Okay, again into the
Yep.
side. That looks like an accuracy.
And
Nope,
here's
that's a
gonna be-
crit.
Yep. And Bomber Command Center. Yep. That's 2 hit
There's
crit.
2.
So this could be bad. So it's going to be a re-roll the blue. He definitely don't want to re-roll that black one.
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
all right.
that's 2.
That's 2.
Let's see.
I got no shields, so or we have some shields.
Nope.
Nope.
He's just a 2.
No shields, so had to knock it down.
Yep.
So we have an Architens with no shields on it.
And now that GR needs to move forward.
The thing is, there's
What?
really not much left to attack these things, so we're going to be out of firing range pretty soon.
Yeah, if he doesn't go with that Architens, and he's going to go with that one. And he's going to try to get the heck out of Dodge, away from the bombers, because he is on 2 health.
Yeah. Here we go. The
Yep,
Architens
see? He's
moving
gonna
forward.
Try to run.
Speed
For
3.
that one, it's very important that he runs like the wind. And I think with that, that's going to be out of those B-wing range.
Likely
B-wing
will
range. Yeah, even if activated. And I think there's discussion about ending the round
'cause
because
all they're doing
nothing
is
going
moving.
to be within range and no shots. So they're going to tally up some of the totals here.
Having their conversation,
Yep.
taking a look. So
Oh,
they're going to
yeah,
move
they're just-
everything.
they're
I
just
think it's
gonna
their
move it
agreement to kind
just
of
to-
fast play everything
Yep,
through.
just
So
to
let's
make
see where
sure
we're
that
at.
nothing flies off the
Right.
board. Make sure that yeah. And I don't believe anything will fly off the board. I think they're good
I'm
with
in
that.
agreement with you there.
Yeah.
But they're going to play through anyways.
Yep.
And we're just going to kind of wait and see how the rest of this one plays through.
Yep. They're just making sure. I think that nothing's going off. Like I say, yeah.
Right,
it's not-
yeah.
And they've
We'll
got
go
some
back to the
navs down
overhead view here just so
Yeah.
that you guys can see what's going on. But I
Yep.
wanted to show you the players like looking at
Yep.
each other, getting that this is how we're ending
Yep.
the game.
They're just
bit
making
down.
sure everything is good, and that I think that is exactly what's happening here. Is that nothing's going to be in range. Yeah. As you can see, there's a lot of damage up on that MSU
I mean,
fleet.
there is. I'm curious to know what the final score is, but I'm not sure that very much was taken off on the rebel side.
Initially, I'm guessing that those Architens are around 67 points.
Yeah.
His squadrons are 44, so that's like 111.
Yeah,
The Pelta
it's
is
still there.
79.
Yeah.
And there are 3 squads that I can't see what was taken out.
Yeah.
So this could be a dead heat right now. It's going to all come down to, the squads that Architens and the Pelta and the few squads that were taken out. It's going to be real close. This is
So
definitely a 5-6.
We're getting the final. They're calculating up the final scores right now. We're getting the scores. Hang on.
120 to 111.
All right.
Okay, 120 to 111.
120 to 111 in
Architect,
Austin.
The MSU
winning.
pulls out the 6-5.
Just by 9 points, Adrian.
That's
So
close. 9
I mean,
points.
That's incredible. So we're going to go back to our presenter cam here. We're going to talk about this game just a little bit.
Yep.
And kind of go from there. So hello everyone, we're back. You get to see our fun mugs yet again. So
sorry.
I want to definitely shout out Doug here, who's out in table side, helping us out a lot. We've been using a kind of a closed circuit communication system, intercom, and he was great and instrumental being able to help us out. So this is
absolutely sometimes hard to see. So
it's hard to see,
eyes.
and we've got two players that are talk very softly and everything, and that's okay. Because again, we don't want them to feel like they have to put on a show and everything else. This is more about us doing what we need to do. To make this an enjoyable experience for you guys at home. But 120 to 111, that's a close game, Adrian.
9-point MOV, 6-5. Just everything is tight. Everything is close. So it's gonna be interesting to see where the standings flush out now. Crazy.
It doesn't get closer than that. So now we actually, let's take a look right now at where we stand with all the tables, because this one we knew is kind of finished up, and this is not going to necessarily adjust too much. But this ladder, both players here had 15 points moving into it.
That's why it was interesting to see what's going to happen, and nothing much changed. So they're going to be
they're going to be close right around there, the 20-21 points.
Yeah.
And with a couple games left to go, this is actually, I'm looking at the ladder right now, and I don't have a good way to show you guys. Well, actually, I can kind of. We're going to fudge this a little bit, and kind of show you something maybe. Adrian's going to talk while I'm doing that.
Yeah, there's still games finishing up, right?
Yeah.
And so there are a lot of folks within striking distance at the top. So, and there are going to be some adjustments.
Yeah,
to be made.
And so right now we've got two players sitting there at 24 points.
Yep.
In fact, actually, right now the top six are at 21 points and above. They finished their 3 games. We have Garrett and Tom. Garrett has not finished his 3rd game. He's sitting at 20 points. We've got one player. So, I mean, this is anyone's game.
It really
is. In terms of who can come in.
I mean,
because depending on how these scores go, I'm looking at a couple scores, a couple games that are around 15 points. They could easily jump ahead far enough where you can knock a couple people out.
And like I say, there will be some adjustments for tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, whether people playing today can't make it or something like this for the following day, you never know how this is all going to flesh out.
Right.
So, but it's a dogfight at the top.
Yeah. No, this is. So, and now looking again, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tables of 17 that have not yet responded.
Yep.
Let's see. The biggest table is Nick and
5.
Garrett, table 1.
Yep. So that's gonna definitely play in.
Yeah, and I'm looking at table 9 and Andrew and Will. Oh, wait, hang on. All the tables. No, that's round 2.
No.
Let me look at where they sit. Andrew could potentially. There's some.
They're all striking distance.
Yeah, everyone's within
top,
striking distance here.
So I guess I don't know how you want to do this. They have still about 10 to 15 minutes left in the round to where they can finish, and then there's going to be a small time to compile all of the information and kind of get some idea. But I don't know how you want to do that, Ken.
What I'm going to do is we are going to go into an intermission as we wait for the final tables to finish up and wrap up. We get our scores, and then we'll be able to talk you guys through the current tournament ladder. Of course, you can always look up on T4. You can see it happen live, but we kind of want to tell you about it as well, and then we're going to sit there and hit you with who the top 8 players are moving into rounds 4 and 5. And again, their scores aren't going to get wiped, so they stay.
They keep.
So this is just your top 8 gets you into tomorrow to battle for some pretty nice prizes.
And it's fitting that it's a scrum at the top because these prizes are incredible. The work that Admiral Tater did on them is just fabulous.
Well,
so people are like drooling over them. That's why it's a fight.
Yeah, it really is. And people want this. And Garrett has already said he wants to bring the stuff he made back home because it took forever to make it.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to go into an intermission break for probably about 10, 15 minutes, give or take. and then we will be right back with the results. So stay tuned for, like I said, just a short time.
Sounds good.
Here we go. All right, everyone, we are back, and next to me is not Adrian, but rather we've got the master of acrylics, Admiral Tater, Garrett Vance.
Tater's here. Hey, guys. Hey, everybody.
What's up, all you spuds and Ion Radioites?
That's right.
That are watching in. For the handful of you that are still watching after kind of a little bit longer of a delay than I was expecting, we're back, and we're going to talk a little bit about the top 8. And what's going on here at the tournament, and then we're just going to kind of wrap things up is kind of my plan.
You got it. Okay. What do you want? Okay. Ken wanted to ask me to come and wrap things up. It's been a good day. A lot of good fleets. A lot of new players here, which is really exciting. My games have been good for matchups. I faced a couple of Imperial fleets at start. My second fleet was great to face. He had no squads, and he didn't have very much anti-squad tech, so I had 12 squadrons, so that just kind of escalated quickly.
We should probably also mention, right now, at the conclusion of round 3, you are in the lead.
Yeah, I've got 26 points, which is pretty exciting. I'm very humbled.
With
and
not
excited
Nick's
to be
list.
there. Yeah, totally not Nick's list, because I changed one squadron. Yeah, and then my last game was against another CIS player with Patriot's Fist, like a Providence kitted out, but he's Martuk instead of Grievous, and he had no squadrons. I was definitely getting tired. My squadron placement play started to slow down there in round 3. But at my last game, we killed each other's Providences, which is like the bulk of both of our points. His Patriot's Fist finally got a shot at my Providence and killed it, because of course it did. And then that was basically the end of that game. I farmed a bunch of close intel range scan tokens off it, so we ended up 6-5ing in my favor. But he was a really good opponent, really good. Nicholas was really good. Yeah, but everyone's having a good time, lots of space. This has been great. I don't know what else to say.
So we've got our top.
Hi Evan. Yes.
We have our top 8 players. Garrett is one of them. I've got the T4 link in the description, or not in the description, but in the chat, so you guys can actually see live what is here. But Garrett, you are number 1 with 26 points.
Yeah. I feel motivated to play tomorrow now. I didn't know if I'd play, but I think I might do it now.
I mean, you should go for it, so that you can win your stuff.
That's right. Take back the trophy.
Nick, Dave, and Royce all have 24 points, so they're kind of tied for second. In 5th place is Rob. 6th is Chris Roma. 7th is Josh. And 8th is Austin. 9th is John, also with 21 points. Now, worth mentioning, we're going to go down to 10th place in Tom Kolker. And the reason we're doing that is because 2 of our top 8 players are not going to be here tomorrow. So it'll be part of the top 10. That will actually get moved into tomorrow. So if Garrett does play tomorrow, which I suspect he will be.
I think I will. I feel pretty good. I might do it now.
And then you get 2 more rounds, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to have Garrett out. Maybe we'll put him back on stream, at least on the table, so we can make fun of you.
Maybe. If I deserve it, if I'm worthy.
If not, if you're at the bottom of these 8, Garrett, then that's just definitely not going to do that. We've got a comment here I'm trying to read because my...
Thanks to Cal. I think I don't know how to say it properly. I think he's in Australia.
Stream and amazing work. You know what? We enjoy doing this. At least putting up all the equipment, having the full... we get a cool view, I mean, honestly, of everything. We're right here at the top table most of the time. Plus, we love interacting with you guys on chat.
Yeah, you can't see it. You can't see how the sausage is made, but Ken has streamlined this a lot from where we first started. It's just a lot less cables. That's a big deal. Nobody knows about it, but it's a big deal. A lot less cables.
Well, you know about it just because you've helped string
all the
up
stupid
all
cables.
these
Yeah,
cables. But anyways, like I said, I want to bring Garrett on here just so you got a chance to say hello. And then, of course, I mean, you kind of effectively won day 1.
Yeah, I'll take it. So it's not. I didn't win, right? I'm just at the top at the moment. So
he's up there. So you're being
players,
modest.
Right? I fear a lot of these players. All right.
So we're going to end our coverage for today. We will be moving into tomorrow, where we will be back at 10 a.m., probably a little bit earlier, to get the stream rolling and everything on. And actually, you have gotten to see almost the entire Ion Radio crew Ryan has joined us in the chat. John and Little John were here.
Johnny, yep.
Helping broadcast the beginning of this game. And then Adrian and I have been along with you. And then we've had a bunch of help from some of the judges and everything else. So, I mean, I think it's been a great day, and we're going to end on that positive note. What do you think, Garrett?
I love it. Let's do it. We got to get out of here. We're getting booted.
So, everyone, on behalf of the entire Ion Radio crew, a quick thank you, all of you, for watching the 2024 Star Wars Armada Chicago Uprising Tournament presented by Armada Chicago. Armada Chicago. I clearly I've had too much coffee. Anyways, I'm Ken saying so long from us here at Ion Radio from the Maywood Public Library in Chicago. And once again, the final score for Austin and Patrick's game, Austin 120, Patrick 111. At the current moment, top player is Garrett Vance, who's sitting to my right, your left on the screen. And we will be back tomorrow for more Armada action. Take care, everyone.
Awesome.